So with the Nintendo Switch 2 that has been announced officially, and we know it's coming out later on this year sometime, we're getting the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct on April 2nd, and people are speculating, and it's being rumored that it's going to come out in June. We don't know for sure when it's coming out, but either way, it's coming out in 2025 at some point. The question is going to be, well, how is that going to be with how is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to be with availability? Obviously with a lot of scalping, that's been a huge problem over the years. How does Nintendo plan to kind of combat that and different things like that? So actually, Nintendo has come out and spoken about this exact topic, talking about that they are going to be putting some measures in place to prevent resellers from significantly impacting Nintendo Switch 2 launch supplies, which is really, really good to hear because let's be honest, for those of us who want to get it at launch, we want to be able to get it at launch and not have too much difficulty, especially, with kind of the scummy scalpers. All right, listen, I get it. Okay, we're all trying to make, a couple extra bucks, but it's just have some integrity, man. Have some integrity. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this. If you do enjoy this, leave a like, subscribe for more. I do a variety of Nintendo-based content here on this channel, and Lord willing, all goes as planned. We're going to be covering the Nintendo Switch 2 when it comes out later on this year, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. So this is what's going on. So the president of Nintendo, I always butcher names, so just bear with me. Shuntaro Furukawa, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He was asked how Nintendo plans to ensure a smooth launch for the console. Again, especially considering the original Switch's history of stock shortages and all that, which is often exacerbated by those seeking to resell consoles for profit. VGC reports. Now, this is coming from Nikkei, that is translated by VGC, and this is what he had to say in regards to the topic. He says, "We will take all possible measures based on the experience that we have accumulated to date regarding scalpers and the like. We are making preparations." So it actually doesn't really say anything specifically in terms of that, but there is a couple other things that was mentioned previously. For example, it was reported, previously, again, this was more of like a rumor, that Nintendo had planned to launch the Switch 2 in late 2024, but that priority was given to ensure that the initial inventory of the successor console and a lineup of software titles at the time of its launch in an attempt to avoid widespread, reselling. So, apparently, if the original plan was to launch the Nintendo Switch 2 at the end of 2024, apparently the reason that it wasn't launched in 2024 is so they could have more available units at launch, which I think is good, right? I think that's better than launching it early and then a bunch of people are just bummed out, where it's like, you got a bunch of other people already playing it and you're just like, well, I want to play it too, and I have the money to get it or something. We maybe saved up all your pennies. Are pennies a thing where you guys are from? Canada got rid of pennies a few years ago, but anyway, quite a few years ago. But anyways, you're saving up all your dollars, right? You want to buy this thing at launch, right? You want to be part of the hype, right? You want to experience this thing right out of the gate, but then you can't because there's not enough units, right? So I think it's good to kind of delay it for that reason and whatnot. And again, the other thing that was mentioned, it's a little bit of a side note, but regarding the Nintendo Switch 1, Furukawa actually did confirm, speaking to Japanese media, that Nintendo is going to continue to support Switch 1 after Switch 2's launch. Again, for how long? I mean, your guess is as good as mine, right? We don't know, right? It's probably going to be for a little bit of probably a couple years at least, I would assume, roughly, maybe more. But we just also talked about the Nintendo Switch 1 sales in a different video. They've sold 150 million units now. If you want to see all the details on that, check out that previous video here on the channel. But, all that to say, do you guys plan to pick up the Nintendo Switch 2 at launch? Is that something that you're going to, be waiting for? Or is that something you would like to get at launch? And how do you feel about Nintendo, I guess, speculatively having delayed this console launch, in order to have more units? Again, that part is not confirmed from Nintendo. It's kind of speculation and rumors, but if that's true, and yeah, I don't know. Again, it'd be kind of nice to hear what exactly they plan to do to try to combat scalping. It's look, at the very least, I know it's very vague and generic kind of response, but at the very least, it's reassuring to hear that they're very aware of it and they're putting measures into place somehow to combat this issue. And one of the things we already know is of course that they're taking time to produce more units and try to have as many units as possible available at launch, which is good. So again, let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you plan to pick one of these up at launch, and stick around for more here on the channel if you're a Nintendo fan. Excuse me. So again, Nintendo news, walkthroughs, guides, unboxings. I mean, if it's Nintendo, we do it all. Might hurt the YouTube algorithm, but I don't care, man, because I love doing it. Okay, so I love doing it, and if you appreciate that kind of content, stick around and support it. Either way, I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon in another one. Tell them friends, game on. Catch you guys later.